If you want to use your guitar to play a beautiful chord progression along with a melody and some rhythm, you should definitely get into fingerstyle guitar. Such a confusing term, fingerstyle, used to describe a technique that has also become a music style. Tommy Emmanuel is a fingerstyle guitar player, but so is Joe Pass, Mark Knopfler, and Paco de Lucia, 4 guitar players playing completely different style, all using fingerstyle. The fingerstyle guitar is the technique of playing guitar by plucking the strings directly with your fingernails or fingertips. So I got used to playing guitar with fingernails. I started when I was 10, but you can pluck the strings with the fleshy side of your fingers, so you can become a fingerstyle player without growing nails. Now in this lesson I'm going to be using a classical guitar, but I'll also play the example on the acoustic guitar because I want to show you the difference in sound when plucking nylon strings versus steel strings. Now most fingerstyle players pluck the strings with the thumb, index, middle, and ring finger, leaving out the pinky. And the most popular fingerpicking pattern is called PIMA, or T123. PIMA stands for thumb, index, middle, and ring. Most of the time, the thumb takes care of the bottom 3 strings, so 6th, 5th, and 4th string, while the index, middle, and ring finger takes care of the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st string. And so with PIMA, we can play a simple C major chord with a beautiful arpeggio like this. Now just a bunch of rules. With the thumb you're going to pluck the strings downwards, while with the index, middle, and ring you pluck the strings upwards. For this reason you want to have the thumb in front of the index finger, so you have space to pluck, and you want to have the index finger in front of the middle finger and the middle finger in front of the ring finger. So keep your plucking hand at a 45-degree angle. Let's put together a simple chord progression in the key of C major. C major, G major, A minor, G major, F major, E minor, F major, and G major. Now in step 1 we're going to use the thumb to pluck the bass note of each chord twice. So for the C major we're going to pluck the root note on the fret 3, G on fret 3 on the 6th string, A string open, and back to G. Now F on fret 1, E, 6th open string, fret number 1, fret number 3. So the thumb takes care of the low end of the chord. Now let's use the index, middle, and ring finger on the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st string to add harmony to the chord. Now for the C major chord we're going to play the 3rd, 2nd string fret 1 and the 1st open string. For the G major chord we're going to play a beautiful G6. So we're going to add 3rd open string, 2nd string fret number 3 and the 1st open string. For the next chord A minor, we're going to play an A minor 7. So we have 3rd open string, 2nd string fret 1 and 1st open string. Back to G6. For the F major chord, we're going to play the root note on the 4th string, fret number 3. So we're not going to play the root note here, we're going to simplify the chord. Fret 3, 3rd open string, 2nd string, fret number 1 and 1st open string. So F major 7, sus2. E minor, we're going to play an E minor 7 chord. Again, root note on the 4th string, fret number 2. And then we have third open string, second string fret number 3, and the first open string. Back to the F major 7 chord and G6. So while you just practice the chords, you can pluck the strings simultaneously and just let the chord ring out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 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 and 1. Next step, let's just play the chord progression with the Pima. We're gonna play each pattern twice per chord. And of course, we can play the same exercise on the acoustic guitar. Such a completely different tone. If you're looking for a rounded, warm tone, you can definitely go with nylon strings. If you're looking for a brighter tone, acoustic steel strings are absolutely the place to go. There are a lot of variations that we can add to this exercise. So this is the most simple finger-picking pattern. It's called Pima. But we can also add more notes to the pattern. For example, we could play thumb, index, middle, ring, and then thumb, ring, middle, index. So we add a variation. In this case, I'm developing two finger-picking patterns: thumb, index, middle, and ring, and thumb, ring, middle, and index. And of course, next step, we can add a simple melody to the chord progression. In this case, we're adding a simple melody on every other chord. So C major, and then for the G we add this melody. So I play the bass, third string, second string, first string open, fret number 1, 0, second string fret number 3, and fret number 1. In this case though, we are actually changing the finger picking pattern. So when I play the melody on the G chord, I'm using the alternate plucking technique. So I'll have thumb, index, middle, index, middle, and index. Now A minor 7 with Pima, and G6 with alternate plucking and melody. Now F major 7, Pima, and E minor 7 with the melody. Back to the F major 7, and G6 with the melody. And of course the melody is always the same, is always played with the same notes. This is the melody on a classical guitar. One thing that I love about the Arpeggio Pima is how versatile it is and the incredible amount of variations that we can create with this simple pattern. For example, we can pluck the strings simultaneously. Or you can pluck two strings simultaneously like this. Beautiful and simple exercise. Let me know which sound is your favorite. Do you like nylon strings or steel strings? I hope you enjoyed this lesson, guys. I'm gonna leave you to practice this lovely finger picking pattern. Take it step by step. Enjoy this lesson, and I'll see you next time.